From LEX 18, your official UK sports station for Big Blue Nation, this is BBN Tonight. Presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK Athletics.
Welcome to BBN Tonight. I'm Keith Farmer.
And I'm Anna Tarullo. Tonight, Kentucky has made some changes to the coaching staff. Mark Stoops has some really strong comments on Brendan Bates, and Darren Hedrick is joining us.
On yesterday's show, Tom Leach was talking about not having a depth chart for Louisiana Monroe to prepare for Saturday's call of the game. Well, he can pencil one in at least now. ULM has finally named a starting quarterback.
That's right, and that's tonight's Big Blue story. It's Rhett Rodriguez. That's offensive coordinator Rich Rodriguez's son, if that sounds familiar. The coach's kid might have had a little bit of an inside track. Rhett transferred from Arizona, where he started one game and completed 51 of his 100 pass attempts, had 3 touchdowns and 4 interceptions for his career.
Well, it's a tough time for the state of Louisiana right now, dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Ida. ULM is in northern Louisiana, away from the coast, but the area is still dealing with a lot right now. Coach Stoops talked about how the bad weather is also affecting Kentucky's game week preparations.
Do you know if the Hurricane Ida had any impact on ULM's preparation for this week?
I have no idea. I know it has an impact on us. You know, so that
families and things.
Yeah, well, that and just with our practice.
Oh yeah, with what we're getting, what's coming through Kentucky
and everything. I mean, it does not benefit us. I mean,
I guess you'll be indoors tomorrow.
Yeah, and we got a track around our indoor.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a 100-yard field, so it impacts us heavily.
Our thoughts and prayers certainly go out to everyone affected by Hurricane Ida. We felt its impact here in the Bluegrass with some heavy rains and flooding, but nothing like they are dealing with in Louisiana.
And there's been a change at wide receivers coach. Jovan BOUKNIGHT and Scott Woodward have switched titles, with BOUKNIGHT now listed as a quality control assistant, while Woodward has been named wide receivers coach. Coach Woodward has been leading the group for a while now after BOUKNIGHT was charged with DUI over the summer. He since pled guilty to speeding and possession of an open container, but the DUI charge was dismissed. Here's what Stoops had to say about it last night on his coach's show.
Great confidence in Coach BOUKNIGHT as well, but Coach Woodward, has some experience with Liam and maybe big picture help in that way. So that was just a decision I made, and we're gonna go that route this season.
Well, Woodward and Cohen, they've known each other since college, so obviously Cohen trusted him enough and saw enough potential in him to bring him here, and he was mainly working with wide receivers before as the quality control assistant, so not a huge change.
Yeah, very true. All right, Stoops also talked about the tight ends last night. He called Keaton Upshaw a freak that you hate to lose, but he still feels really good about the position with Justin Rigg, Brendan Bates, and Isaiah Cummings changing positions, but it's what he had to say about Bates that had our heads turning.
And how much will the tight ends be used in Coach Cohen's new offense? This could be from Vince.
No, I think this is a pretty regular question, Tom. I think, but not just from, our fan base. I think that across the United States, I think this is just a normal question. I'm very excited about it. I really am. Obviously, Justin coming back. Brendan Bates, I believe, is just one of the best players we have on our team. I feel like he's going to have a big year. I really do. He's just one of those guys. He's got a lot of pop to him. He's very sudden. He's strong. He's very sudden. He can make the very explosive blocks, and then he's a guy that can run and catch. So he certainly looks the part.
Well, he's certainly proven right here on this show that he can do the worm as well.
Right, yeah.
Brendan Bates, one of the best players on the team, Anna. That's about as strong as a statement as you're going to get from Coach Stoops.
Absolutely. I mean, we were worried with Keaton Upshaw out, but hey, it turns out one of the best players on the team. We'll take it.
Yeah.
Coach Stoops talked Monday about the 6 players charged with burglary for the incident at a party this spring and made it clear they still have the university's support during the legal process.
I appreciate the university and the way they went through a thorough investigation and cleared our players, and the way they went about it and gave them a fair process. I greatly appreciate them. If I have any evidence whatsoever that our players are doing something that needs to be addressed, we have no problem with addressing that and disciplining our players. So we'll continue to evaluate that process and see how it plays out. We've been patient. Our players have been patient. And you have to trust the system. But I also stand by our players until I have the evidence that tells me otherwise. So I hope to have all the players out there, but I don't know. That's out of my hands. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Stoops went on to say he would like to bring some of the guys back, but he asked to let the process play out. None of the players charged are currently practicing with the team.
And a former Louisville police sergeant and Kentucky State legislator, Denny Butler, is leading an effort to raise money to hire legal representation for those players charged. He says that Vito Tisdale has passed a polygraph test saying he did not have a gun. The GoFundMe is defense fund for 6 innocent UK football players. Any remaining funds will be donated to the 22 Strong Fund for Chris Oates.
The SEC has announced COVID cancellation policies for the season. If a team is unable to participate in a game, they'll forfeit. If both teams are unable to compete, then both teams will be assessed losses. Any direct financial loss on the part of the school that was able to play a canceled event may be submitted for consideration for reimbursement, subject to approval from the SEC Executive Committee. That's all pretty on par with other conferences' policies.
Yeah, had to state it out there, though. All right, let's stick around here we're going to be joined by one of our favorites after the break.
Who could it be? Darren Hedrick. He just interviewed Athletic Director Mitch Barnhart, and we'll talk to him about that next.
Tune in to the Don Franklin Countdown to Kickoff show with Christy Thomas and former Wildcats Jeremy Jarman and Dusty Bonner. 2 hours before kickoff on UK Sports Network radio affiliates and the UK Athletics app.